Hey, this is Anne Hobbs from BBC Radio 1 Experimental, and I'm absolutely delighted to be able to tell you that I'm up at Amoeba Records in Los Angeles today. The very first time I ever came to this place, it was back in January, and it was Flying Lotus who brought me here. And I came specifically to shop for some of his music and the music of his great aunt, Alice Coltrane. And you know what, this particular record has become so beloved of all my friends. I've now actually lost it somewhere on its travels, you know, passed from hand to hand so that different people can hear it. So I'm going to have to grab this one a second time, definitely. This one too I found today, it's brand new. I haven't come across this particular CD before, so I'm really excited to be able to grab this. Many years ago, when I was just a wild-ass little kid, I used to live in LA. I lived in a pool house just a couple of blocks from here, actually. I was writing for a music paper in the UK called Sounds, and David Lee Roth was one of the biggest front covers that we had. You know, he was pretty much running the scene at the time. But I heard this absolutely extraordinary story about Dave, and I can't verify at all whether or not it's true, but I heard that every day, before he left his bedroom, he would see his accountant. His accountant would show up with a briefcase in a suit, go into Dave's bedroom to discuss business, and that would be the first thing, his first kind of, you know, objective of the day. Many years later, it was discovered that this guy, this very formal, suited, briefcased-up guy, was not an accountant at all, but in fact, Dave's hairdresser. And Dave used to refuse to leave his bedroom without all his kind of little extensions being sewed in as the old kind of blonde locks were thinning a little bit at the time. But I can't verify whether or not that's true. It's just one of those incredible apocryphal stories that you hear. But yeah, so here is Dave Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile. It was his first solo album after he left Van Halen, and very much divided opinion, but I don't know. I've still got a soft spot in my heart for Dave, I've got to say. Second thing I picked up today, Pulp Fiction. Absolutely love this movie, I've got to say, and I don't have a copy of it at home any longer for some inexplicable reason.
I'm so interested in Big Man's Wife.
This, ta-da! This is my new compilation album, Wild Angels, and I actually left the UK to go on tour in America before I saw a finished copy of this record, and to finally see it finished, beautifully packaged up and stickered up and sitting in a prime location on the shelves of Amoeba today was really exciting for me. This is a record that I picked up from the Mars Volta. They are one of the most extraordinary bands, I think, that operate in the rock and roll stratosphere of their entire generation. They're just absolutely exceptional. I did have a solo session on the BBC Radio 1 show recently by Omar Rodriguez Lopez, which was one of the most elemental and incendiary sessions that I think we've ever had at the BBC's Maida studios. So I've never actually seen this record. It's completely exquisite. Look at the cover, the sleeve. Beautiful, great big hulking thick piece of vinyl. So yeah, I'm delighted to be able to find that today at Amoeba. Also, really thrilled to bits to find this particular EP at Amoeba Records today. This artist is called The Clonius, and as I understand it, yeah, I'm right, this particular EP was released by Ubiquity Records, and this artist did a spectacular session quite recently also for the Radio 1 show, and again, I've never seen one of his records actually finished and packaged, and it's beautifully done with, you know, like a myriad of different headphones around the top. So he's operating in the same kind of area as Dorian Concept, if you like. You know, there's certainly a relationship with what's going on the West Coast and this type of sound. And I think anybody who's into what Brain Feeder are doing, what Low End Theory are doing, would absolutely love this artist. He's very little known as yet, but like I say, I'm thrilled to bits to see that you're stocking his records. That's really exciting. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Amoeba.